it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk and a replay with old Schlags on here, which I had to look it up. I don't know. He's using a Z instead of an S. And I think it means whipped cream. Is that right in German? Did I get that right? Or is this something else because there's a Z and not an S? I don't know. Schlags on from Clan Babbins, which I think is associated or is Skills Clan in the NA. I think. But he's in his Lurva. So much Deutsch being sprechen. Is that right? I don't think that's right. Probably got the tense wrong on that or something. But anyway, Schlagzon is in his Lurva. All tier 8 battle on this map called Tundra. He was inspired. I don't know if you guys remember, but we had a really good Lurva game the other day. 5,000 something damage that we showed. Really nicely done on that one. It was a good setup though because it was top tier, and we're gonna have a pretty good damage output here from old Schlag. And is that the whipped or the cream? I don't know. Schlag. I'm gonna call him Schlag. Old Schlag here is in an all tier 8 battle, so it's gonna be a little more challenging for the Lurva. How's he loaded out? He's got some small kits. Is that a manual fire extinguisher I see? What the heck? Come on, skill has taught you better than that. What are you carrying a manual fire extinguisher for? Not to get on your case or anything there, Schlag, but the truth of the fire extinguisher is that the large ones pay for themselves. You might say, well, Guido, it's 20,000. How does it pay for itself? Well, you light on fire less, number one. So that's less damage that you have to repair at the end of battles. Simply not lighting on fires can sometimes save you money, despite the 20,000 credit cost. And you only use it if you do light on fire. And when you do light on fire, the fire automatically goes out, which is very nice. And then you don't pay for all the modules and damage that a fire would cause. Even with a manual one where you might be very quick. I don't know. I just throw that out. I think the manual is not the way to go. That is just my opinion. Now we're going to hang out here, hold down. There's an Artie in the game. I don't particularly like this spot because of the Artie being in the game. It is a very nice hold down spot. So let's see how Schlag handles this. He's got some customers showing up. That guy shows his lower plate and says, oh, hit me in the belly, which he does. Very nice. And we've got a good old turret poke. Is he going to do it again? He's done it. He's done it again. Did not learn the first time. Did not learn the first time. Not much depression on that IS-2 version 2, and we're going to sneak one. Attempt to sneak one into the turret ring area right there. Artie is not paying attention to us. That's good for now. Let's see if it continues. Also, we don't see... Oh, look at that. Sneaks it right into that little spot. Right in there. Right below. Maybe right above, I guess, at the turret ring. Right above the top part of the hole. Now this dude wants to push in. Is he going to eat a shot? He is going to eat a shot right between the eyes. There's a weak spot right there as well. So nice use of weak spots and also a little bit of RNG help right there. I'm just going to sneak one into this guy. Might be a little bit overmatched. No, a little bit over angled, I meant. Down 3 tanks already though. Schlag is already down 3 tanks. The hill is lost. Usually a bad sign on this particular map. It's not the end-all be-all, but it is a strong position for moving into the backfield and then sweeping fire down into the flat parts down here. But we're going to hang out here, keep on trying to abuse this Lurva that is side scraping. He takes a big old hit from Artie. Yeah, I might have tried that too. There you go. Sneaks a shot into the side. Like I said, looked a bit over-angled to me. We have not fired any gold yet, which is really nicely done so far. We're going to try it one more time, maybe on the back deck. I'm just going to come out. We were really just kind of focusing down on this Lurva, and that, you know, we're winning this, but we look at it and we say to ourselves, self, why is that guy doing that? I don't know. Also, we say, wow, we say to ourselves, that's a long time in this game to be taking on one guy. And even though we're beating him, the rest of the team is losing. We're down 2-5. And we just have this 127 hit point Lurva. It'd be really nice to get rid of him. It might be worth pushing up and over and pushing into him, because the last thing you want to do is get trapped in this little hole with that guy still there. Maybe the hatch up top, potentially. Are we going to get it? Oh, yeah, there we go. We We did hit the turret, but not quite into the hatch for a kill. That hatch is very thin on the Lowe, especially at that range. But this is a pretty accurate gun. We're going to sneak one in, maybe underneath the tracks. We'll give it a shot. It doesn't happen. The hill, that's what I'm talking about. That happens on the hill. They're starting to flow in behind, and this is going to put Schlag's team in a lot of trouble. Maybe an HE shot. I don't know. Probably not going to get 127 out of it. We're at 1897, 1076, and we're just really still futzing around with this other Lowe. We're going to sneak one into the turret ring, perhaps. Looks like it. Oh, not quite. Not quite. But maybe 2 HE shots. Get rid of this guy. Look at him moving his gun, just trying to make it a little harder for this shot to go in. I don't know, man. In your note, you said I didn't shoot any gold and I relied on weak spots. I think I would have pressed 2 just to get rid of him, so you can take care of the other pressing matters at hand. The ISU is coming in, and he decides to fire HE. Very interesting. There we go. Just a little shot at the ISU. We're going to use the reload knowledge of the other Lowe that we can pop up and take that shot. Take another hit from HE and ricochet off the bottom plate of the TS5. Now the TS5 has decided, you know what, I'm going to come up here and end this. I don't want to deal with this Lowe anymore. I'm going to finally get this guy dead. Let's find out. Looks like a green pen, and there we go. There we go. You know, really, I'll be honest with you, I probably would have fired gold in there a long time ago just to get rid of that dude. I mean, it's a nice thing to be trying to get credits and things, but oof. Now the ISU 152 is shooting HE. They're all very frustrated. They're all very frustrated. But a little judicious use of gold will keep your tank alive. Oh, that's a bummer. Seems like that should have pinned. Little judicious use of gold will keep your tank alive. Allow you to do more damage and make more credits overall. Okay, so now we're going to face hug. And even with a damaged gun, we're going to start poking into the hatch at the top of the TS5. The upper plate of the Lowe is pretty strong, but he's blapping heat. Another shot into him. He's trying to get down, looking for the lower hole. He actually hit the gun right there, so your gun's damaged. Fix that gun, baby. There we go. Nicely done. He tried to block that shot, and it looks like he actually did. He blocked the heat with the gun. And now the TS5 is starting to panic a little bit because he knows he's losing. And he just can't punch through the upper plate of the Lowe. Very surprised that nobody came in and started shooting you. Especially that, you mentioned it in your note, especially that ISU. It's possible the ISU felt like he couldn't push up and over based on the RHMB sitting there. But he did have shots at you there for a while, so I'm not really sure why he buggered off. Repositioned somewhere else, and we've dropped 3,813. The good news about what you did there, hold down, is you preserved a lot of hit points for that brawl right there. And it looks like your team actually held off the push from the hill. That can be a danger when you win a flank like that. It's nice that you can get around behind them, but it looks like they pushed into your TDs that were in strong positions and got wiped out. And that has done well more than even this thing up. We are now up 13-9. Definitely looked like a loss, but looks like it's definitely going to be a win now. What do we got over here? We got a GSOR. Nope, a guard, sorry. ISU. Something. There's something over there. some kind of tank. Well, it's not a tank, is it? It's a TV. It's a TV. That was really well played, man. Let's see if we can get a little bit more damage. Why are we not getting a light? Oh, it must be a rock or something. Yeah, there's a rock. I am enjoying my coffee that got sent to me yet again. It's absolutely delicious. Su-101 is helping the Lowe get there. And I just gone by the Lowe and went for my own shots. Oh, well, there you go. A little APCR at the end of the day. 4,132 damage. 1337. Interesting. Leet. 2,350 bounced. Nicely done, man. Really good example of hold down action. Also a good example of picking out weak spots or attempting to get to weak spots. I'm just going to caveat that with my opinion there. I would have pressed 2 way earlier. I don't think you ever actually pressed 2, just to make sure I got rid of that guy, so I can then work on flowing on to the next guy. The faster you get rid of near deads like that, the faster you can move on to other tanks and start killing them. But as it was, you end up with a win. Did a nice job with the blocking and the damage. Appreciate you sending that. Nice that you got what's the word I'm looking? Enthused about the Lowe out there and headed out and tried it out. This is a great tank still, guys. It's on sale almost always. It's been strong nearly the whole time. There was a period for a few years where it was pretty power crept, but it got some buffs, and it is really just a great tier 8 heavy tank. All right, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.